All right, welcome back to the HR department. I am your host, Char, and today we have switched up the game to include Link to the Past. This is the SNES version. We're not doing the updated one for the GameCube or anything like that. This one's just the more classic one in that sense. And the reason we kind of came off of Heroes, it's a nice, it's a bit of a slower pace. We can take our time. I'm just going to name him Link, because who doesn't want to name him Link? Unless you want to name him Zelda, of course. So, let's get this one started. This one's a classic. It's ARPG if you've ever played like an action RPG. It's a very, very classic game. Very, very casual in a lot of ways. A lot of fun, a little bit of puzzle solving here and there. The game isn't too difficult, though. That's the best part. It's just a good all-around, somewhat of a challenge. But okay, so we start out with in the uncle's house. That's Zelda, prisoner in the dungeon, the castle. My name is Zelda. Wizard Aghanim has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remained. Well, basically, the really abridged story is Aghanim captures everyone, sends them to the Dark World, and then tries to like harness the power of the Triforce and stuff like that. Well, actually, he kind of works for Ganon. Ganon is the guy who wants the Triforce, but yeah. So he's sealed in the castle. Please help me. So we have to go and save Zelda. So your uncle takes off. I'm going to go and file back in the morning. Don't leave the house. Now, controls are pretty straightforward in this game. It's just the move around. If you hit the A to pick stuff up. So Link's house always under these three pots will always be hearts. So if you ever get low on hearts, to open chests, you just walk up, hit A. So now we have the lamp. So the lamp lets us light torches. And you'll notice that it's now in our item inventory there. I don't think we can actually open the menu yet. Okay, you can with the start button. It's not the X button. I thought it was in the original. And then you can pick what you have, and that goes to your Y button. And then the A button will change depending on what you have. You can pull, you can read, talk, lift. There's different colored rocks that require different power gloves. So that something comes up. And then in the light world, we're trying to collect pendants. And then underneath that, we have our equipment. So right now we just have our green tunic and no heart pieces. And our currently selected item is the lamp. And that's it. So hitting start will pull that down and up. And then along the top there we have our rupees, our bombs, and our... Oh, what's the word there? The rupees, the arrows, and the bombs. And then our life are the hearts there. So as you take damage, if you go to 0 hearts, you get knocked out. If you have a fairy, you don't go to game over. But if you go to game over, to start you either back at the sanctuary if you're in the light world, or it will start you off on top of the pyramid in the dark world. Now, since it's the beginning of the game, it doesn't really let you go anywhere until you do the kind of tutorial. So right now, they're looking for the descendants of the wise men. So that's kind of who they're after. That's what Zelda is. She's one of those. But at the beginning of the game, you can't really go anywhere else. You can't go through here because there's a guard. So you just kind of come around the back and you sneak in the hole. I remember this as a kid. It took me so long to find this. So we're still looking at her. She's talking to us telepathically. So we're looking for a castle with a garden inside. So that's kind of the hint. Obviously, we don't have our sword yet. So the only thing we can do is if you follow the path up here, this is a very suspicious looking bush. You just pick that up and you start your adventure. And that's it. Now we kind of click at the castle. So there's the uncle. So he got injured. So he told us not to leave the house. Take the sword and shield and listen. You can focus power in the blade. Hold the B button. Then release it using the secret technique handed down by the people. Link, you can do it. Save the princess. Zelda is your... Oh, probably saying destiny. I don't think he actually dies. It's not like that. Now, unlike other newer Zeldas, you can't do the spin around to do the spin. You have to charge it. Like that. So you can't just do the quick one like you can in Ocarina of Time. The upside with this one, though, is if you push into things, you can actually check for secrets sometimes based on the noise it makes. So obviously that clicking, there's no secret there. But if you do it against bombable walls and things like that, you can do that. Or if you're charging it forward like this and you walk into enemies, you can do damage that way too. Pretty the new players out there. Alright, green knights are pretty easy to knock out. 2 shots. As you upgrade your sword too, they'll take less and less. Now, if you want to, you can use your lamp on the braziers like this to light them up, but we need magic power. And that looks like these little bottles in this one. And then I believe this is rupees. We're going to need those a lot for the what's the word? The flippers. That's the one. Because the flippers later in the game are 300 rupees. So if you start collecting rupees now, it adds up. So at this point, now that we're past the main guard there that was blocking before, we can now enter the main part of the castle here. Now, honestly, I haven't played this in a long time, so I'm probably like, almost replaying it myself. So if I remember correctly, we need to go up here. Oh no, we need to get Zelda first, and then we come up here. Also, if you ever want to direct me to, let me know in chat, because like I said, I haven't played this. Because I think you need 2 people to move. Yeah, we move that later with Zelda. So for now, let's just jump down here, go back that way. Oops, took a hit there. Not a big deal. Blue Knights take 3 hits initially. And I think we go the left side and up. Pots make great damage in the early game, too. If you just want to boop. Because we need to go into the basement and we get the boomerang and we save Zelda first. That's our first kind of goal here. Now, these knights here, the ones with the longer swords, they're the ones that'll trigger like that and attack you. These green guys here with the short swords, they just kind of wander around like idiots. So they're a lot less dangerous. If I could hit them, I guess. And again, it's kind of the tutorial mode, so you're going to find hearts everywhere, so you shouldn't take a lot of damage. It's meant to teach you the game. So now we go down here into the underground area. Knock this guy out. I believe this is our boomerang. One of the, I think, at least in this version of Zelda, oh, that's the map. The boomerang is actually quite useful because it does the stun and it lets you pick stuff up. It's always my go-to, just default weapon. Now you can knock enemies off the edge like that. So if they're near an edge that doesn't have, if the edge is black like this, that means if you fall down it, it will do damage and then you're out. If you can see the floor underneath it, that means you'll just transfer to that floor. So there's nothing like that in this one. This one just does damage, but later on, you actually have to use that to get through some dungeons. Grab our heart. These guys, I just throw pots at them because it saves time. Unless they drop rupees, we're not really interested. We're going. We're going. Run, Link, run. We don't go up there yet. That's the quicker way back after. And you will soon notice that this sword is abysmal, but you're stuck with it until the end of the light world, so get used to it. Sometimes the puzzles are as easy as knock out all the enemies and then the doors open again like that. This is the boomerang. So, we grab our boomerang. Later you can upgrade it to a red boomerang, but for now, see if we throw it at the enemy, it just stuns them. And then we can just do that. And then if he drops an item, like we can throw the boomerang to grab items. And you can also throw it on angles like that too. So it's very useful just when you're out in the open world. This and the bow and arrow are, in my opinion, probably some of the most useful items in the game. Because the arrows in that do a lot of damage. In fact, the first boss actually in the first, for the first pendant, we use the bow just to knock them right out. So once we get maps too, like, oh, actually I'll show that too really quick. Because we're on B2. Now we're on B3. So, let me open your map again. I can't remember. Oh yeah, X is the map. That's what it was. It's not the items. And then you can kind of see what's going on. So where your little head is, that's what floor you're on. And then you can kind of see the rest of the dungeon. And you'll notice that this one has areas that are kind of grayed out, especially on this first floor one. That just means you haven't been there. If you have the map, though, it does show you all the rooms. But those rooms don't do anything in this version because we just needed to get to the center there. So, and that's it. This is the very, it's meant to be the tutorial dungeon just to see how things are going. If you need some hearts, I believe these are hearts, but I like to actually grab these just to throw at this dude because your sword is so pathetic. And it just adds up a little more damage. I think you can kill him with the boomerang too. Oh yeah, okay, so 2 pots did it. There's the big key. And that'll let us open any of the master doors like that. I'm gonna grab that, such rupees. And then we save her. Thank you, Link. I had a feeling you were getting close. Link, listen carefully. The wizard is magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. I fear for the worst for my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend with strong magical powers. Do you understand? No. Always click yes, because I'll just say it over and over again if you don't. It's like the, if you play the Game Boy one and the owl, like, it just talks forever if you hit the wrong one. Or if you do Ocarina of Time, same thing. Owl just keeps talking forever. I think one of the defaults, too, is you don't understand on one of them, so if you're not paying attention, it repeats itself. I think now there's more active guards. I don't remember. But now we got to get up to the throne room and push that throne that we initially saw. And that's kind of the end of the tutorial at that point. We're heading out. Okay, so they stay down, so we knocked these guys out earlier. If you want to, you can kind of come this way, and you can do that. I think she jumps off with you. I hope she jumps off with you. I don't think it's like... Okay, yeah, she jumps too. So you're like, that would suck. Alright, and then we just come up here. You can just boomerang him if you really need to. Oh, he's out of the way. If you want to grind for rupees in that early for those flippers, because like I said, you need 300, you can start doing that now. I should probably do more of that, actually, just because I can. But usually they only drop green rupees and stuff, though, for these ones. Like that. So that gives you the single one. You can cut up grass, too, later. And then find them in chests. I'm probably going to forget a lot of the secrets along the way, though. Okay, so there's a secret passage to the throne room that leads to the sanctuary. I'm sure the old man there will help us. I believe that's where we get our first heart container, too. Okay, heading up here. Just run past these guys, they're too slow. And then we get here, and she's like, push it from the side. Do you have a light? It's pitch dark inside. You can't see without one. If you're ready, let's go. Let me push it from the left. You just go like that. We're pushing, we're pushing, we're pushing. Let me get the ever familiar. Oh, I didn't do it there. Do-do-do-do. Now this area can be a bit of a pain just because you can't see well. But these guys can drop the blue rupees sometimes, which is what we want. If you ever want to just be able to see there's a blue one. If you ever want to see what's going on, you can just select your thing, and then if you light these, they last for a little bit of time. And then it's usually worth it to knock out the rats, because they usually drop money. And then I believe it carries over if you want to send a light that way. Oh no, because we're going to a different floor to reset. But sometimes if you're on the same floor and you walk through a door, then it will carry the light over for a few seconds. It's been so long since I played this. I don't want to swipe. I don't think these guys drop E or anything. I guess it's completely optional to knock them out, actually. Okay, we're heading in. More snakes here. Oop, there's a bat. I think bats drop okay loot too. Can't remember. It's the rats you really want to go for. I think in here we need to find a key, so I'll give that a quick light. Okay, it's probably right here. Yes, it is. As you can see, I'm an expert at this game. Why we're doing a long play. That way if I need to look something up, we can. Passing through these sewers, we'll be very close to the sanctuary. Let's be careful. As you turn that on, there's a lot of rats here we can find. Ooh, a red one. That's good. If I can hit these guys. Oh, it's pointing him in the right direction. Because the thing is, you come from playing Breath of the Wild, where you can do... It gets such a pinpoint system of, like, depending where you're facing and things like that, you can get really good attacks in. It's really close. And then this one here, it's like your 4 directions. That's it. So switching your brain back to that is pretty rough. I think yeah, let's keep farming rats. We need the money. Anything for the bats? No, for the bats. Alright, now we've got more rats in here. I think this one needs a key too, so I'm going to quickly light that. Good thing I'm not doing a no-hit run. I'm definitely not a hardcore gamer like that. Okay, there's our key there. So you said knock out all the rats. We should be almost done. Now, if you want to come back later, I can't remember what's behind this door, but these are the bombable ones that they just show you they're easy. Now, if you do that tap thing again, you can hear that different noise. It's almost like a metal versus the ticking. So it's just a way of finding secrets, or knowing if you can blow it up. Because sometimes you'll see cracks, but it'll make the ticking noise, so don't bother bombing it. If I can, I guess I'll try and get all of the... I think that's a fairy fountain in there, I can't remember. If I can get all of the heart pieces along the way too, cool. If not, not a big deal. We're probably not going to go for the 100% playthrough. These are just for fun anyways. You're silly rats. I'm going to complain about it every stream I do too. There's this very, very slight delay that always messes me up when I play Heroes. The rats are great for money. Okay, we're already at $100. Just beyond that door. Pull the switch over there. I think she means the left one. I can't remember. Even if you get it wrong, though, just drop snakes and you pull the other one. I think it's this one. No, okay, it's the right one you want to pull. And you can either fight the snakes or you don't really have to. And we're here. We have arrived. So if you ever save and exit or you lose all your hearts and you get a game over, you'll restart in the sanctuary while you're in the light world. It was Link who helped me escape from the dungeon. I was captive by the wizard. Once I have finished with you, the final seal of the wise men will open. Link, you must not let the land of Hyrule fall into the wizard's clutches. If he releases the seal of the 7 wise men, evil power will overwhelm this land. Before that happens, before it's too late. Destroy the wizard before he destroys all of Hyrule. You can do it. You can. I sense that a mighty evil force guides the wizard's actions and augments his magical power. So that's the reference to Ganon, I guess. So Ganon, I guess, is using the wizard to open the portal. I'm not exactly sure if this one's tied directly to the original game. We do need the Master Sword. So that's like the next upgrade. Because it goes little wimpy white sword to blue Master Sword. And then you can forge the blue Master Sword later in the Dark World to make it a red sword. And then you can upgrade the red sword to the golden sword at the pyramid, I think it is, by throwing it in the water there at the very end of the game. And then based on the tier it goes, it does more damage. So right now it takes us 2 hits, for instance, to kill the green ones. At the Master Sword level, it'll only take 1 hit. And then beyond that, it's just based on armor color. I will hide Princess Zelda here. Yes, I understand. Okay, let's come here to get our heart. Yay. Now we die less. Alright, now let's get outside and explore the wonderful world of Hyrule. So, if we hit our X button to see our map, now this blew me away as a kid, like seeing this, because you could like scroll it and everything. Like, oh, mind-blowing effect when you're a kid. So, the upside is it kind of tells us where to go to start with. We want to go over to, I think it's Kakariko Village in this one. I can't remember what it's called. If you do the smaller map, you can kind of zoom in. So, we're just trying to look for information, and that's what's going to start us on the quest to find the pendants. And then the 3 pendants will allow us to kind of open up the Dark World. Like I said, I haven't played this in a while, so if I miss any secrets, just let me know in chat, and then I can go back for things. Or if I'm being an idiot and going the wrong way, just let me know. So we'll make our way to the village. Fighting these guys, because we want to try and get some rupees. Yeah, so it's Kakariko Village in this. Okay, that's the fortune teller, I believe, there. I don't know what the fortune teller does exactly. I can't remember. Alright, so this is the town here. Now, I think there's a guy we can buy a bottle off of right away. I think it's 100 rupees, so I think we have just enough. Yeah, this dude here. I'm going through life without one of my hold anything bottles. You step right up and make your life complete. I've got one on sale right now for the low price of 100. So I do suggest getting this right now because we can get the butterfly net, I think, as well in town. And then you can start catching fairies. And then later on, once you get the potions unlocked, you can actually get the different potions. And then that'll be good there. So now that we got that, that's fine to spend your money on to start with. And I think the X pointed us to this spot. I can't remember. Did we talk to her? Dear Link, what can I do for you, young man? Oh, the Elder. Oh, no one has seen since the wizard being collecting victims. What? Master Sword? Well, I don't remember the details exactly, but long ago, a prosperous people known as the Hylian inhabited this land. Legends tell of many treasures that the Hylian did throughout the land. Also, if you don't want me to read this, let me know. I'll just wait a few seconds and let it pass. But the Master Sword, a mighty blade forged against those with evil hearts, is one of them. People say that now it's sleeping deep in the forest. Do you understand? Of course I do. Anyway, look for the Elder. Must be someone in this village who knows where he is. Take care now, Link. Look for some rupees. Check the other room. Okay, no one's here right now. So. Let's look at our map again, see what she updated. Wait, I thought she... Well, let's keep checking town. Is this thing anything right now? Oh, I think you can come in here and you can actually get some rupees in the bottom. So that should be a hideout for the gang of thieves. What's her leader's name? Oh yeah, his name was Blind, and he hated bright light a lot. That will come back in the Dark World, actually. Maybe some callbacks to that. Let's check out downstairs. I think this is the chests. Little mini puzzle to kind of see. Now, the blocks are usually pushable in one direction. So like in this one here, if we look, we could see that if we push this one down and that one over, we can actually get to it. I think they reset if we leave and then come back in, but I can't quite remember. So we push that one there, grab this one. But now you can see that we can't really get to those two. So I think if we leave and come back, and also later again, see another crack. So this is breakable later once we have bombs. I think there's more rupees in there too. So I think if we leave and come back in, it resets. If not, whatever. We don't really need the rupees right now, so we'll check that out. Going back down. Okay, yeah, so it reset itself. Now, I'm usually terrible at these, so if I screw this up, just laugh at me. So I think we do that, and then we do that, and then we do that, and then we do that. Just this one, and then we just grab this one. So that gave us almost 100 rupees too. So if you do start the game off, this is kind of like the tutorial puzzle room to let you buy that first bottle. Because they want you to have the bottles, because they're pretty useful. I think there's a second bottle in one of the chests as well, as we're exploring town. I can't remember when you unlock bombs. I think you just randomly find them eventually. Unless I'm thinking of the Game Boy version. It's this one here. No. Maybe don't talk to her. I think she... Oh yeah, that dude runs away from you. Wait, is this the sick kid? No. But again, we have the bombable wall. And chickens everywhere. And yes, you can do the chicken thing where if you hit them enough times, they run at you and attack you. This is just a good place to farm if you want. I don't think it does anything. Now, that girl there will summon a guard, so we're going to avoid her for now. And then he runs. If you have the dash boots later, you can get him and catch him. I think this is the house with the sick kid. Yes, this is where you get your butterfly net, which lets you catch fairies and bees. You caught a cold from the evil air coming down from the mountain. Sniff, sniff. This is my bud-catching net. I'll use it when I'm better, but for now I'll lend it to you. So now that we have the bottle and the net, as soon as you see a fairy, grab it. That way if you get knocked out, you don't have to worry. You don't get the game over. And there is another bottle in town, I think. It's up top. Oh no, it's right here. This one. You go in the back door here. And then there's one in this chest over here. Right there. So even if you don't have the money, you can just pick up this bottle here. But as you can see in the items, we already have 2 of the 4 bottles. I think there's 4 total. And then to choose which one you want, when you circle it, you just go up and down like that. And then to get off of it, you just press left or right. You'll go to the next item. And that's it. Good old classic menu styles. Alright, is there anything else left to do? So we don't have bombs yet, so we can't get the secrets. Is there anything in this one? This is the shop. Okay, this is where I can start getting some bombs. Okay, so we're going to buy our bombs, because bombs are great. And then, unlike the Game Boy game, you can't steal in this one. Unfortunately, you have to go up and just buy it. Red potions restore all of your health. So, depending how you like to play the game, or what you want to do with it, these can be great for having for bosses. And then it just fills one of your empty bottles. But it's a one-time use as well. So one-time use for your entire health bar. Now there is a secret down here with the bombs. Ah, darn it, that was a fairy on there. That's okay. Next fairy we'll catch. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, that's how it works, right? So as soon as you get your first set of bombs like that, that's when they'll start spawning under bushes and stuff. Again, you just pick it up like every classic Zelda, plop it down, and blow up. We'll go back and get those other ones too we missed. Sneak in here. Got some rats. I think this one just makes us money. Like a rat seller. Okay, now we're starting to pick up arrows. And later in the game, you can increase the number you carry. Right now, you're stuck with 10 bombs, so not very many. But I think it goes up to 40 or 50 once you buy the upgrades. Okay, let's go back to that thieves' hideout really quick. And then, actually, let's go to that house too. We just want to avoid her, though. Anything in this house? No, nothing in here. Okay. Wait, where was that other hole? It was up near the elder person? It was up in here, wasn't it? Actually, let's just go in here first. I think there's a piece of heart too in town we gotta grab. It's amazing what you remember, even if you haven't played a game for 10 years. Or longer even. So we'll bomb this one. I believe those are rupees. Oh, piece of heart. There we go. So, 4 pieces, like every other Zelda, gives you a heart container. Very peaceful music in this game. Where did I see the blowable wall? Oh, I think it was in that house with the side thing. That's what it was. So you're definitely not an expert. This house here. That's what I want. Yeah, we can't quite catch you yet. I get it. Yes, it's here. There we go. Can't remember what's over here, though. Kaboom. Rupees, probably? Oh, arrows. Okay. Not the most useful, but, you know, pretty stuff. Okay, let's go look for that piece of heart. I think it's up north in the town. You jump down a well, unless I'm, again, thinking of the Game Boy game. No, I think that's it. We jump down this hole. Whee! And this should be a piece of heart. Oh, these are. Oh, you can also get your bombs that way too. Forgot about that. That's where you get the bombs from. I knew it was in town. So there's a bombable wall there too. Kind of well hidden in there, but. Rupees, rupees, rupees. Red ones are 20. Blue ones are 5. Green ones are 1. I don't think there's purple ones or gold ones in this version yet, though. I think you just get the 3 varieties. That's it. I think that's it from the town for now. I'm gonna go just check everything. I don't think there's anything at the blacksmith yet. Let's go check. Because we can't go into the forest yet. Does she actually tell us where to go yet? No. Did I miss the elder? Oh my goodness. I haven't played this in so long. Oh, yeah. Shoot. That's okay. We just gotta fight him. That was very exciting. And then I think they locked the door after. Part of me is exploring because I really don't remember this. Is this the elder? Tell you an interesting story. The lake swimming with Zora is the source of the river, but it's hard to find. Treasure Zora can turn people into fish. I'd love to see that. Actually, if you play Majora's Mask, the other N64 version, you can actually turn into a Zora and stuff like that. That's one of the gimmicks. I guess we go here? There's another heart piece around here somewhere. Oh, we can't get in there yet because we need the hammer. Because you gotta hit that peg down. And then we can't also knock this yet until we get the dash boots. So I don't think there's anything here at this moment. I think he's missing his friend. I lost my partner. Return so we can temper our sword, but now I can't do anything for you. So these are the guys that give you the red sword later. You have to find his buddy, and then bring him back here, and then you can upgrade your sword. Alrighty, let's continue on. The thing is, I know where the first pendant is. It's over here, but I don't remember if I need to have them say anything. Oh well, let's keep exploring. That's part of this game. Okay, the library doesn't do anything at this point. I think we can do the minigame over here to try and get the heart piece. Yeah, we bomb that. I think he says that he blocked himself in. Quarreling with my younger brother, I sealed the door to his room. You're a bad brother. Do you see anything new? Hey, Link, did you come from my older brother's room? Is he still angry? I don't know. He just blew a hole in your wall with a bomb. I'd be a little angry. Okay, I think here we want to rush. I don't remember the path. Oh no. Okay, it doesn't cost us anything. I think we go this way. Is this right? Is that as easy as it is? Okay, I guess they make it easy. Let's try. Your time was 9 seconds. You qualified. Congrats. Piece of heart. So, easy piece of heart. We're already at 3. We've almost got an entire container. Off we go to the first pendant. I don't know if I'll have time to finish the pendant tonight. But the upside with this game is we can just save it and pause it whenever we want and just jump right back into it. So it's perfect for that. This is the... I think you have to... 20 rupees will let you open a chest. You can keep what's inside. I don't remember what you can get in them. It's just a game of chance, though. I think you can just get rupees and bombs and things like that. There might be a piece of heart in there. I don't remember. A lot of things I don't remember. You're going to hear me say that a lot. Blue guys take 3. I'm going to put my boomerang back on just in case. Because you can just walk past them too. You just do that. Saves you some time. Now, we need to go... Yeah, up past the house, and then over to that right side. That's the first pendant area there. And if you ever need to stop by the house, you can get those 3 hearts out of the pots anytime, too. Going across, going across. I'm going across. Can't remember if the small shield can block arrows. Let's do an experiment. Okay, it can. So if you stand perfectly still and they're shooting arrows, you can just block it. I believe the red shield does fireballs. And then the mirror shield is... everything you can swoops to. Do we go the other way? No, I don't. I want to go the other way. The classic overworld theme that will be stuck in your brain for months. If not the rest of your life, honestly. This one and the Song of Storms from Ocarina of Time just live rent-free in my head. They'll never leave my brain. I think we... Oh, I think this is the Elder that they were talking about. Yeah, I'm indeed... I'm not going to pronounce that right. Sahasrara? The village elder and the descendant of the 7 wise men. Oh, really? Link, I'm surprised a young man like you is searching for a sword of evil's bane. Not just anyone can have weapon. Legend only says a hero has won 3 pendants can wield the sword. Yeah, I want to find it. As a test, you retrieve the pendant of courage from the East Palace. If you bring it here, I will tell you more of the legend and give you a magical artifact. Now, go forward. So, now we have the map thingy unlocked. And obviously, if you're paying any attention at all, you'll notice you can put a bomb there. I think it's just heart pieces, though. I can't remember. Oh no, it's rupees. See, we're already almost at the 300 for the flippers. So, really not that hard to make as much money as I remember. If you're doing the side stuff like this. Alright, so let's make our way into the first dungeon. See how much of that we can get done. If you get close to these guys, they activate. They take about 6 hits though to kill, so they're kind of a pain. Wait, which way do I go again? Oh, not that way. Go. I don't know if the boomerang affects them or not. Do I have to fight them? No, I went past them. Boop. Climb the stairs. This looks more familiar. Climb the stairs. 300, yay! Alright, so this is the first thing. So now after you've talked to the Elder, it shows you now on your map, it gives you a bit of an update. So the green pendant of courage is here in the east, and then you have to get the second one in the south there. And the third one's on top of the mountain. And then at the end we go into the Lost Woods and we get the Master Sword, and then we fight the wizard. That kind of ends the first half of the game, where you're in the light world. Beyond that, you have to spend the rest of the time in the dark world. Again, I don't remember the order to do things, so we're going to explore. Okay, that one's a dead end, so we don't care about that. We need the center one to continue, but I think there might be keys hidden places, too. No, okay, I'm just silly. Okay, we're good. We're good. So in typical Zelda fashion... Oh, look, a button. Step on the button. Door opens. Again, this one, based on... Because it's old graphics, it might be a little hard to see, but there's this one right here on the floor. It looks a little bit different. You just step on that. It's like a raised thing, and that's your switch. This one here shoots balls. Balls. You just dodge those pretty easily. Now, we don't have a key yet, so we can't go to that door, so let's keep going this way. Let's go left. Now, if you want to, with these dudes, I think the boomerang kills them. Yeah, boomerang will eventually kill them. And they won't jump backwards if you throw the boomerang at them. It just takes a lot of hits. Because if you try to hit them, the red ones will throw bones back at you too. But you don't have to kill them. I'm just checking if they drop keys. Now here, I believe we have to find a key. Or button. Okay, that's it. Yeah, we have to trigger them to... And then it's just to kill all the monsters kind of thing. You can also drop bombs on them and it does a lot more damage. But I don't waste my bombs. Easy peasy. Continuing. Compass. The compass shows you where basically the evil monster is. Somewhat useful, usually not very useful. These will give you little hints and tips if you click on them. Like, hey Link, it's I can talk to you telepathically when you touch these tiles. It's a little bit like the owl statue ones in the Game Boy version. When you get the stone beaks. Alright, continuing on. These dudes here, you can throw pots at them. Later on, you can knock them out with the arrows pretty easily. If you notice how they're giving us a lot of arrows, it's a bit of a hint of what item we get in here. But we don't have the big key yet, so we can't open that. So let's keep looking for the big key. Going up the stairs. Okay, don't touch those dudes. They drain your mana. So there's the button on the ground, but now we gotta run away from these guys. Oops. Okay, we're running, and we're in the door. Darkness. Pots make great weapons. I think we're looking for a key here. Yeah, there's our key. Okay, now those dudes are going to be back, so get ready to run. I can't remember what they're called. Anyways, let's use our key here. And we're going across. Am I talking too much? Let me know. Do you like me chatting? Am I putting you to sleep? Is this your nighttime routine? All feedback is appreciated. Now, these dudes, if you don't have anything else, you just have to wait for them to open their eyes, because you'll notice that they're immune otherwise. But if you hit them with an arrow, I think they're one shot with an arrow. A lot of shot. That's why I usually just, hey, eat a pot, and then they die. Remember, do I kill all the monsters for this to trigger? Okay, then they leave. Alright, so then I can make it appear with that. That gives us the big key, so now we can go back and get the big chest that was in there. Also, the big key door symbol is this one, so now that we have it, we can just open those doors. Downstairs, push that. Come this way. And we come this way. And we get the big chest in the middle there. It's so tempting. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. And we get our bow. Very, very useful item. You can shoot arrows until you run out. Thank you. And these dudes are going to throw their heads at us, but we just go, nah. Can't hit me. Oh, we run up here. Alright, more darkness, because everybody loves darkness. For the sake of showing what's in here, it's just monsters. And then more green dudes. So you can choose to fight them if you want. I don't believe it's necessary. And they might drop the... see, this is where the arrows are. Like, poink, poink. Okay, so we did need to kill it for the key. Too slow there. Rupees. Now, don't touch them if you can avoid them. You'll lose mana. So just get amazing gamer skills for the years of playing games and don't just dodge them. Free monies. We're already at 400 rupees. We're laughing. Now we got our key. We open the door. Going upstairs. Alright, more of these dudes. Oop, oop. Button. That's the way to turn the go. Now, these dudes, again, just grab your bow and arrow and just ba-doink, ba-doink. Oops, too slow. Takes you a moment to fire your arrow in this one, so there's a little animation, so keep that in mind when you want to do quick actions. And then you're like, oh no, which button is it? Oh no. Okay, it's that one. I think this one resets it though, so don't step on it. Oh no, that's a different game. Okay. Again, we're searching for the pad, so use your elite gamer skills here. Okay, that's that one there. Easy peasy. And boink. And oh, I missed him that time. You can also shoot them with arrows. Can be a bit of a waste though. And then we want red dude here. Boink. These guys take 2. He did give us more. And that little symbol down on the floor here, this is like later on. Don't go through the door yet. Later on, this kind of denotes that the boss room is here. So it's kind of a way that the designers, okay, you're going to get ready for the fighting of the boss. And usually there's a room after it with a bunch of monsters like this that you can farm and then get a bunch of items from. So I'm going to leave the pots there just because I'm probably going to get some more arrows. And then, oh, we don't need that arrow. Okay, so we got all our arrows back anyways. I think these are just hearts in there because they're prepping you for the boss, right? They're very nice developers. First dungeon out, they want you to have a good time. They want you to come back. Now, this boss is incredibly easy with the bow. Kind of stand here, and they'll start bouncing around, and you just go pew, pew, pew. I think it's 3 shots per soldier. So you have plenty of arrows, and even if you don't, they're pretty slow moving. And then once this last one does that, but we just do that. Like that. That's it. Super easy. You can do that with your sword if you want, but the arrows just make it so easy. And that's it. We got our 5th heart. We got the first pendant. I might start wrapping up here because it seems like a good place to call it. So let's get this little bit of story out of the way, and then I'll save it, and we'll head out. So you won the pendant of courage. Oh, actually, we'll go to him first. That way, next time we play, I don't have to walk all the way and get the prize from him. So let's go and grab that really quick. And then the upside with this game is it goes, hey, and then it puts you at the entrance. So very nice effect there. So let's just boop over there, grab his item, and then we'll save it for the day. So here we go, quick and easy. He gives us the Pegasus boots. Hey, what's up, buddy? Oh, you get the pendant of courage. Now I'll tell you more of the legend. 3 or 4 generations ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of Hylia. These knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the pendant of courage. Fortunately, most of them were destroyed in the great war against evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Among the descendants of the knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see, Link, I believe you should get the remaining pendants and carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it. So he gives you the Pegasus shoes. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack. Hold the A button for a short period of time. So if you ever want to go back in town and catch that dude, you use these. And we also need that in order to... we need these boots to unlock the next dungeon. So now wherever you are, you can just dash and then boop. Now, if the walls look like a full semicircle, you can dash them apart instead of wasting bombs. But if they have the small crack, you got to use a bomb. So anyways, if you want to use this outside, I'll do a quick demo and then we'll wrap up for the night. You can just use it to... it can save you a lot of time. Because you can, okay, now I'm going to dash up the stairs. Now I'm going to dash here. Now I'm going to dash here. And it's just so much faster than walking. And you can see you can dash straight into enemies. Boop, boop. And if you hit a wall, you just bounce back. So not much to worry about there. And that's about it. So I think we're going to... oh, you can also bump into trees sometimes. and you occasionally get bees and fairies out of them. I guess we'll wrap it up there for tonight. So I'm going to save and quit. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to do these as the bonus games for the next little while, kind of give Heroes a little bit of a break. So if you enjoyed that, like, subscribe, follow, comment, let me know, and we'll continue doing this. If you have a suggestion for a game too, you can also put that in the chat whenever we're running, and have a great night. Thank you.